Hey guys, in this video I want to talk to you about how to get YouTube views from Facebook. So in this session I'm going to talk about free traffic from Facebook, and also this is going to be designed for beginners who are trying to use Facebook to drive traffic back to their YouTube channels. So if you're interested to learn how this is done, stick around. I'm going to take you through it all step by step. Just before we start, my name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. If you haven't been over to the School of Nomads before, we talk about strategies that'll help you make money online. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know as soon as we release new videos. And as always, if you want to build a long-term sustainable business online, go ahead and check out the link in the description below to the School of Nomads, and we'll take you through the whole process step by step. So there's a couple of topics I want to go through today. First, I'm going to go through our Facebook promotion strategy and take you through the overall strategy. Then I'm going to jump straight over to Facebook. I'm going to show you how you can segment your friends list if it's something that you want to do, and then how to find some relevant groups so you can go ahead and find people that could end up being leads for you. Then we're going to do a brief summary and talk you through our engagement model, and also talk about what kind of Facebook exposure outcomes you can expect to get if you implement this strategy. And then I'll talk you through my secrets to success if you're using free traffic. Whenever you're using free traffic, there's certain things you need to be aware of, and obviously we're going to focus on free traffic from Facebook during this video. So just before we start, just a quick overview of Facebook. There's 2.5 billion active users on Facebook. There's 1.6 billion daily logins to Facebook, so you can see it's a massive marketplace still. 300 million photos are uploaded daily, and actually 4.75 billion pieces of content are shared daily on Facebook. So this is a great place, if we do it right, to actually get some traffic back to our YouTube channel. So I want to take you through kind of our 5-step Facebook promotion strategy. Now, this is very simple the way we've laid this out, but obviously we need to implement this very carefully, because we don't want to go onto a platform like Facebook and seem to be spamming people with our links. So the first step is on Facebook is to create separate lists in your profile. So I'm assuming that you have a Facebook profile. On that Facebook profile, you may want to do one or two things. You may be okay with marketing to your friends and family on your Facebook profile. And if you are, you don't need to do step 1. But I'm going to show you an easy way to actually create a separate list on your Facebook profile so that you can only market your particular products and services to that part of your Facebook profile, and then everybody else, like friends and family, won't actually see it. So it's absolutely up to you how you go ahead and approach this, but a lot of people will tell you to go and create a separate Facebook profile or a separate page, and I can talk a little bit about Facebook pages, but there's no real need to if you just do this first step and then go ahead and create a separate list. The second thing is, obviously, we need to find and join our relevant groups. So we can search Facebook and look at whatever niche that we're looking to promote in, and then go find some groups to go ahead and join. So we're going to talk through how to find those particular groups, and then find the ones that are actually active and are worth actually joining. And then I'll talk a little bit about how you behave once you actually get in those groups, because at no point during this process do you actually put any links within those groups. That's not the way this actually works. There's a lot of rules around these groups to start with, so you probably won't be allowed to put links in there. But this is designed so that you can actually get people from those groups to end up being your friends, and then you can direct them back to your relevant YouTube channel and then off to your offers. So there's a more subtle approach that we're going to take. So once we found that group, we go and engage with the group, and then we have just normal conversations with them. So I've said in the previous step that you need to look at how that group is actually working and the kind of conversations that are going on in there. So are there quite light-hearted conversations going on in there? Is there very technical conversations going on in there? Whatever it may be, if that's your chosen niche, you need to figure out how you're going to communicate, and then start communicating with individual people on there. And once they do start communicating with you, you can start adding them to your friends list and asking them to be your friend on Facebook. And this is the key thing, the subtle approach that we have to end up with these folks on our friends list. And if we have created a separate list, they'll end up in that separate list. And they're the folks that we can work with to bring back to our channel, and then hopefully they buy our particular offer. So the third step is always to start that engagement. Obviously on our side, in our Facebook page or our Facebook profile, we need to start posting content. And that content is got to be a range of things. It can't just be constantly trying to sell people anything, or every single post tries to get them back to your YouTube channel. It needs to be a mixture of tips and tricks, conversational type posts around that particular niche, what's going on, maybe there's some news going on in that particular niche that you talk about. And then occasionally you would post a video to the group, and then by doing that they could come back to your channel. So there's a different way that you could go ahead and bring people back to your channel, and you can't just be posting videos from Facebook to your channel every single time without any of these other types of posts in between. It looks too spammy. And then once you've posted those videos, we can then start leading traffic back to our particular YouTube channel. And then once we have people on our YouTube channel, this is when we can use that description in the YouTube channel to actually promote our products and services. So again, just a very simple 5-step process, but we've got to handle this very subtly for it to actually work. So I'm going to jump over to Facebook now, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. Firstly, I'm going to show you how to segment that friends list, and then we're going to look at how do we go and search for groups in whatever niche and figure out whether they're actually going to be good groups to go and join. So I'm over on my Facebook page now. Yours might look slightly different from this, but on the left hand side here you'll have a menu, and on that menu you'll see friends list. So if you just hit the friends list here, and then it'll come up with all of your various friends lists here on the left hand side. So what you need to do is first of all create 2 lists. One list for all of your friends and family that you don't want to promote to, and then one list to the folks that you do want to promote to in your particular niche. So if I just go ahead and create my first list now, this would be my family and friends. So these would be anybody that's close to you that for whatever reason you don't want them to see any kind of promotion material. Now you might not want to do this. You might just be able to skip this step altogether. But especially when you're beginners online, some people want to just keep this part of what they're doing private until such time as it grows to a point where they can start communicating it out. So it all depends how you feel about this. So again, this is for you if you want to start with a segmented Facebook profile. So you go ahead and create this, and then when that's created, what will happen is it'll actually ask you to add friends to this friends list. So all you need to do is add your friends to this friends list, and it'll bring up all of your current friends, and all you need to do is select them like I'm doing now, and then press finish, and they will be put over to that particular list. So there will be all of the people that are actually going to be on your friends and family list that you don't want to see any kind of posts. And then all you need to do is come across again, go back to friends list, and actually create the list that you want to market to. So it's exactly the same process. We come over, we create the list. I'm just going to put niche on this one, if I can spell, niche on this one, put create, and then it would be the same process. It will create that list for me and go ahead and add friends to that list, and then that's it. That'll be the friends that I do want to promote to. So I come along here and I wanted to just do an example post. If I change this public, I can actually go and select that list, and the only folks that would see this particular post are going to be the people on my niche list. And I can go ahead and just type something here, put an imaging or put anything related to my niche. Only the folks that are on this niche list would see it. So I hope you can see how useful that would be if you're not wanting to use Facebook as a marketing tool with your friends and family on it. Now, of course, you can also go ahead and create a page. Now, I've actually got another video around Facebook pages and how to optimize Facebook pages, and it also shows you how to upload videos in the correct way in Facebook so that they're more powerful and more searchable. I'll link to that video underneath in the description so that you can go ahead and look at that one. You know, pages are very powerful as well, but it's kind of another step in the process. What you'd have to do is friend people within groups and then invite them off to your page. So it's kind of another step in the process. This just allows you to do it very quickly, friend people, and then once you have those friends, you can go ahead and put them in different groups. So just over to my friends list itself, and if you wanted to change one of your friends and put them into your various lists, all you need to do, come along, hit friends by the side, and you can go to edit friends lists, and it allows you to put them in whatever list that you decide is appropriate for those particular friends. So this is very, very easy to do. So the second thing I wanted to show you here is how to find those groups that you can go ahead and start engaging with. So on the left hand side here, you got search function. You just come in here and you would put any kind of search term in here. So I'm just going to put, I don't know, dogs, and we'll see what kind of results we get for dogs. Now this gives you all types of different results on here. You've got all sorts of pages on here, you got videos on here. What I want is just groups. So if I come to the left hand side here, just hit groups, it'll sort this by groups. And then we can start to see which of these groups have got the most members and are having the most engagement. So I don't want a group that's only got 2 posts a day, even though it has got 11,000 members. That's actually from Wales, where I'm from, so that's probably why it's giving me the search term first. I want something that is a reasonable amount of members and has lots of engagement. So you see this one here, free dogs, small and large. This has got 266. Not really sure if that's something I want to go and look at. Dogs make me smile. This might be a great one because it's got 47,000 members and 1.9 thousand posts a day. Now this is more of a generic type group, so it might be one that we can actually go in and get more engagement from. So you would click on this, and groups have various different ways that you can join them. So we can ask to join the group, and usually there's something that will come up asking you questions, but this one seems to have just allowed me to join straight away. So all we need to do then is just look at the various types of posts on here that people have got, and you can see all of these engagements on here, all of these different videos that people are showing. So there's no reason why straight away I couldn't go off to somewhere like Canva, and if I'm in the dog niche, start making various images like this and post them in this group, and making my visuals very cute like this one, and then getting a lot of engagement. And then you just start conversations with people. Just be very natural. Start your conversations with people, get to know people, have a look at the various posts and see who's posting, who replies the most often, who seems to be the ones who are engaging most in the group. And then you just start to make contacts within the group. So I looked over on the members list. There's lots of different members on here. Obviously these 3 folks are the admins of the group. Then you've got all of these different people that have joined within the last hour, actually, by the looks of it. So it's a very, very active group, this one. This would be a great group to join if you're in this kind of niche. And then you just start to develop relationships with people and add them as a friend. And over time, if you're active in the group and posting good content to the group, once you've added people as a friend, you can start getting them interested in your own content. Now, what will happen is, once you add somebody as a friend on Facebook, straight away the algorithm takes over and they'll start seeing your content first in their feed, because Facebook loves it when there's interaction. So what it wants to do is make sure that people are interacting as much as possible. And the more that you do interact, the more that your content will come to the top of their particular feeds. So you see that over time, once you get to know people on Facebook, initially you'll see a lot of their stuff coming through and they'll see a lot of your stuff coming through. But if they're not liking it, they're not really interacting with you, the algorithm takes over and it starts to dip them down and down and down. And obviously they make new friends, so that becomes top of their feed. So you've got to make sure that you're engaging with people straight away. Now the way you do that is that every time you post a bit of content, once you've friended somebody, you tag them in that content. So you would tag the people in your particular niche list in that content that you're going ahead and posting, so that they're very aware that there's some posts there that they would be interested in. So that was an example in the dog niche. Let's take another random example to see what kind of groups you can find in that particular niche. So let's look at something like woodworking. So obviously I want to just again sort by groups, and you would come down here, woodworking UK, 26,000 members, 320 posts a day, woodworking projects and plans, 165,000 members, 900 posts a day, woodworking tips, 87,000 members, 120 posts a day. All of these would be great ones for you to go ahead and join and start to interact in if this was your particular niche. If I look at woodworking UK and just look at some of the rules, again, make sure you don't break any of the rules of these various groups when you're in them. Now they're saying no promotion or spam, give more to the group than you take, self-promotion, spam and irrelevant links aren't allowed. So they want you to be interactive. That's the whole point of this. So you don't actually go into this group and ever put a link in this particular group. So if I join this, there you go. They would ask me a few questions before I go ahead and join this. But, you just be genuine with them and there won't be any problem with you actually joining this, as long as you're not going to go ahead and spam them. So I've jumped back over to my slides. I hope you can see there's thousands of groups that you can go ahead and engage with almost straight away. So let me just kind of summarize the whole process with you. Your job is to add friends on your particular list. Also, your job is to contribute to those relevant groups and make yourself known as somebody who is going to provide value to those various groups. And you want to build relationships. So if you build relationships with folks, then you can go ahead and they'll trust you enough to add you as a friend. And then you follow our promotion strategy, as I said, taking them step by step through that promotion strategy until they obviously come back to your YouTube channel and then you can start to advertise your product and service within that particular YouTube channel. So on the Facebook side, you would post stuff on your personal wall or a page, but I'm saying with a page, sometimes because it's a second step, not everybody's going to like your page and be brought over to it. At least initially, when you're first starting out, I would just use your personal wall. You post relevant material around that niche, you engage with your new friends, you make sure you tag them on everything, you make sure they're aware that you're posting new content, and you keep building those relationships all the time. Because this is social media, it's so crucial that you keep building relationships and you keep it very, very social. So these are the kind of ways that we actually build our overall engagement. Now the content strategy we would use is your posts would be relevant, they would be valuable, they would be very social, you'd be very honest at all times, and you would provide lots of tips and lots of content that would help people before you ever try and sell them anything. And in this particular strategy, at no point on Facebook are we actually trying to sell them anything. What we're trying to do is get them interested enough to come back to our YouTube channel and let the YouTube channel piece actually start selling to people. And as I said, once you have those posts, you can take them to your YouTube channel. The same process will work if you want to take them off to a landing page, although that's a little more obvious. A product page or a blog. A blog and a YouTube channel work really well with this kind of strategy because you're also, once they get over to your particular video, they're seeing more value in that particular video rather than just going straight to a product and going buy this straight away or sign up for this straight away. It's always nicer if you can go and give them a bit more value before they go ahead and do that. And this is kind of the overall outcome. The outcome of this overall process is we want to build up those connections. We want them to engage with your content. We want them to link to your YouTube videos. We want them to subscribe to your channel. We want you to click on your description links. And then we want them to buy your product and service. So it's all very simple to put them through this type of funnel. But you've got to make sure that on the front end, within Facebook itself, you're being very social. So I hope you can see the power in doing it this way and not trying to just spam people with your videos or your links on Facebook, and taking this more subtle approach will definitely bring you more dividends, even though it will take you a little bit more time. So when we're talking about any kind of free traffic, there is kind of my 3 secrets to success when we're talking about free traffic sources. You do need to have patience when we're using this kind of process because this is free traffic. It takes time to get going, but the traffic you do get is a lot better quality than some other methods. Because obviously the way that Facebook works, that you have to accept someone as a friend and you interact within the platform, then the quality is going to be worth the actual patience you're going to have to actually implement this. The second thing is around consistency. So when you're posting content, gathering those friends, engaging with your friends, you've got to do it on a consistent basis. So 80% of your time should be spent on your YouTube channel, building that up, building the content on your YouTube channel. And then the other part of your time should be focusing on one of these social media platforms, and in this case it's Facebook, to build that up so that you can get people from that social media platform back to your channel. And the last one is you need to provide value. Whenever we're talking about free traffic, these people are coming across for absolutely free over to your content, so you need to provide a lot of value for them to stick around. So providing value in any part of marketing is the key to actually building a successful business. So you need to be making sure that once you're posting on Facebook, the content you put up there is providing a lot of value for people. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that useful. If you don't use Facebook to market your YouTube channel or your YouTube content at the moment, I suggest you go ahead and implement some of these strategies straight away. They will take a little bit of time to get going, but once they do, the quality of traffic is really good. My name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell if you haven't been over to our channel before. And if you're interested in building a long-term sustainable business online, please go ahead and hit the link in the description below, where I'll take you over to a product called the Simple Traffic Blueprint, and we'll take you through the whole process step by step. Until next time, take care, guys.